Hello everybody, this is the Light Warrior, and today we're going to start our my first playthrough of Palworld. As you can see, I've already made my character. Looks great, so now let's get started. Alright, so a couple of things. One is I have played this game in the past. In fact, I got this game back when it was released back in 2024. And when the Nintendo basically decided to sue it, and now that the lawsuit is done and it's unleashed the official version, here we are playing it now. Now, I have never finished this game, so for this playthrough, that is what we're going to do. Now let's go over here and grab this. And seeing as how there's a chest here, let's grab this. Huh! Okay. So, here's the thing with chests in Palworld. They often have random chances to give you things. What it just did was basically give me a really good throwable weapon, which is a grenade. Best to keep that handy. Now, I am playing on a custom difficulty, because I usually play on casual, because I'm not often a competitive or hardcore player, because I prefer that casual exploring experience. However, I decided to do a custom difficulty where the usual stat where I won't be able to lose anything when I die, but in return, I kept it as the standard difficulty, so pals won't be so easily beaten. Talk to this person here. You shipwrecked. It's been a while since I've seen anyone wasn't reeking of pal. I was part of the scouting party tasked with bringing back information about this unknown island to our homeland. This island is hell on earth. Everyone else is already gone. All of them snuffed out by ferocious pals. Hey you, hand me that device you have over there. You hand your device, and C quickly got to work. There, I've installed a survival guide for you. It's the fruit of our literal blood, sweat, and tears. If it helps even one person, then, well, our sacrifice wouldn't have been for nothing. There are only more than a few entries in there that are essential for survival here. So try to make good use of them while you still can. Once you got those sorted, let's see. A small settlement just short ways ahead. You should go there if you see. Alright, my bad. You should go there and see if they can help you. Be careful out there. I will. Alright. I have to make that little correction. See how we already have a level up. By the way, if you you're going to level up, I recommend for your first level, dedicated to weight, because weight can slow you down in this game. Because if you gather too much stuff that can weigh you down, you can get slowed down or stopped in this game. Well, in the earliest version, you could have been stopped in the game. In this version, you just slowed down. But yeah. And seeing as how we leveled up, we also get technical points. We also got technical points by interacting with this fast travel point here. So yeah. And check the survival guide. So, and this is basically everything you need to know about the game. Basically your manual and everything. But yeah, now all we need to do is just gather some wood and stuff. Hey, chicken. And we got lamb bowl. Alright, so as the mission states, you need to gather some wood, then make a bench, and then craft something. And we gathered our first spear. So yeah. First, we're gonna craft. Now, it doesn't instantly do it. So you're going to have to basically work on quickly. And now that we set up the bridge, the bench, our next objectives is to create an axe and pickaxe. Now I did pick up a few stones, but it's not enough for an axe or pickaxe. It is, however, enough for a club. However, I'm going to do the handheld torch first. This is important because later on, it is gonna get dark, and that's gonna be relevant for later. Now let's look around and see if we can find some stones that we can pick up, and some branches too. Oh, and you see, anything that is a consumable, be sure to grab those as well, because any nutrients you can get is going to be important, because Palworld, despite being advertised as basically Pokemon with guns, is more relevant to another game called Ark Survival. You have to basically monitor your hunger meter, or else you're gonna slowly die. But yeah, pick up some stones, pick up some sticks. Oh yeah, and this gust wind thing, this is basically meant to help you get up, give you a boost up. There are stairs and a ramp, but we're not too worried about that. Now you can capture pals, but I wouldn't recommend doing that right away. This is due to the fact that you're not ready yet. You don't have an official weapon. Like, yes, I do have a grenade, and I do have a torch, but we need a more definitive weapon. One that we can have officially on our hands. Hello, Cuckoo. Now you can run down here, so keep in mind of that. Stick. And there's a book in the chest down here. So grab that as well. Grabbing books and chests. Well, grabbing these journals help you gain experience. Same goes for chests. Plus, chests can have like stuff like food, items, and even spears, as well as money. But yeah. And some chests even carry... Whoops. Well, there goes our only spear. Crap. Okay. So, that's not the end of the world. But yeah, as I was trying to say, chests can contain these schematics that can give you better equipment, upgraded gear. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Alright, we should have enough, right? Ah, we need one more. Might as well just beat on this rock. Thank you. Oh, I could just... Yeah, okay. Alright, but now we have enough for either a pickaxe or an axe. I'm going to choose the pickaxe first. We can craft this on the table. And since we now have a pickaxe, we can now go up to this stone and mine it. And since we now have enough stone, we can now make the axe. And with that, we leveled up again. Now, I'm going to be more diverse when it comes to my stats. And what I'm probably going to do is, I say, buff my health. That way, I won't die quickly. But yeah. Now we leveled up and gained some more things to do. Now with tech points, you can unlock like new items for you to craft, build, and everything. So let's start with the Pow Spear, and then Pow Box. I'm going to be focusing more on the more important items. Chest of storage, bow, arrow, power bed, and a normal bed. One structure wouldn't hurt. And then global power box. Alright. Now, like I said, you can gather other PAL item. Gather technology points by finding those fast travel points. So it's best to keep an eye out for those. Now let's try and find... Now we need to find Platorium fragments so we can create PAL spears, because one, I accidentally took mine, and also you can slide down here. We threw mine away, and two, it's so we can make more. But yeah, as you can see, that blue little shard was a Platorium fragment, but another way you can grab these is with these blue ore nodes. Mine this, and yeah, this is very breakable. Also, hello little TFant, or water elephant, or to be more precise, the teapot elephant. Yeah, whatever. Also, here's the note here, but this stone right here, if you mine this, you can get ore. You don't need this now, but I'm showing this off for future reference. But yeah. Right now we probably have enough. Yeah, we do. Ooh, but I need to eat. Alright, let's climb up here. And go back to our bench. And then we can craft spears. And you can gain experience by doing this, by the way. Now, after we craft these spears, we can also start crafting a weapon. Now we have 11 spears. And, should we go for the bow or for the club? Let's grab the club for now. Ha! Oh, wrong button. But yeah, let's replace our grenade, because we can save that for a rainy day, or to be more precise, hard boss. And we can start cutting down trees so we can gather wood and fiber. Now, we can definitely start working on making our base, but for now, let's just start gathering some materials. Yeah. Of course, we can also start attacking powers now, so... Let's start with you. Okay. And 3, 2, 1. PAL acquired. Lamble. Alright. Lamball has Workaholic. Nice. Alright. But yeah. You won't be able to get pals that are effectively a higher level than you. Because if they are higher than you, you won't be able to control them. So the game basically reduces their level. Therefore, their stats aren't going to be as strong as they would be. But this is not the case here. But yeah, here's Lamball. And he's not very strong. Or C. Sorry. Did not notice the gender icon. But yeah. Lamball isn't strong, but its ability is going to be quite handy to have. Especially as it is the first pal. Now, what I do need to concern about is the fact that your weapons and items, like these, do have durability. So, be mindful. Yep. Swing club. Okay. Now you can recapture some of these animals, but I like to go for more captures, like this. With that, we got the chicken. It may be weak, but it's definitely going to be helpful. It's got its uses. Oh, interesting that it has this passive, but yeah. Also, all your pals have different passives. Like, for example, for Lamball, it has Workaholic, which if you put it on a base as one of your workers, it will lose Sandy slower. Sandy is basically... it's basically a pal's mental state, where it will decrease as it works in a base, and this can result in like either slacking off or sleep. So keep that in mind. It's getting dark, so let's get this torch. Now, when things do get dark, it's not exactly a bad thing, but it just means that more nocturnal pals are going to come out. So keep an eye out for those. And let's grab that, and then bully our little TFN. Come on, work, baby. Ah, phooey. And we got it. Now we have basically a water type. And we also leveled up from that. Alright, aqua gun. Ooh, okay. But yeah, if you see these partner skills, these are basically triggered by the player. And they can be a massive help for you. Also, since we leveled up, let's buff our stamina so we can last longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, partner skills can be activated some partner skills have to be activated manually, but they can also be passively activated. So just keep an eye out for the difference. Also, we got a new pal. This is one of the nocturnal pals. And ones that you can easily get early at the game, and in my opinion, probably one of the best pals you can get in the early game. Hello, Daydream. Best summon a pal. Hey, this might be a little too early. Yeah, I was expecting. Wait, sealed. Swap.
Oh.
Come on. Work with me. Alright, there we go. We got Daydream. And here he is. Alright, so here's an interesting thing about Daydream. His partner ability is Dream Chaser, and when he's in the party, he can actually passively float by you without you even requiring to summon him. And this is pretty good for early players. But yeah, now let's take a look at our points, and let's gather some of the more important items. Yeah, we definitely need that, but we also need the material for that. We also need our sealed, so... Crap. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, because it's nighttime, it's freezing, and if I didn't have my torch on me, I would be taking damage from the cold. So yeah. Probably best to start crafting a outfit, which is why we need to get more tech points. Okay, let's keep an eye out. Any trouble? Alright, if a pal has that horn, that devil mark on it, that means it's a high level pal. So watch out for that. Let's beat up on this guy for sure. This might be neat. And yeah, you can only carry up to 5 pals, and they will automatically be sent to your box full. And here is the first boss. This is basically an alpha pal. You can find these out in the overworld, wandering around, like this one, Memorest. Now, do not, if you take a look at its level and you see a bar and health, that means you're looking at a boss. And as you can tell, we are severely under level for Memorest. So I recommend you don't fight him. Not until you're way above level. Let's get to you two for now. And by the way, that's one of the newer pals. So this is important. But yeah, now we find another fast travel spot, and we see. Hello there. When you faint, you drop some of the items you carry, but Pillar of Light will mark your spot so you can easily find them. Yeah, I have this off. You can pick up your items by touching any part of the pillar. If you use a flying pal to reach it from above, you can safely retrieve them. Keep that in mind. That's hinting to the fact that we can actually get flying pals. But yeah, now we can unlock this and gain another tech point. Which means now we can unlock this so we can hopefully create our cloth outfit. Now at this point, I think it's time that we start looking for our base. Now, what I want in a base is something that has enough resources. Got the chest. Here doesn't look too bad. So we could probably start here. Oh. Ha! Ah, bowie. And here's a neat thing. You can also summon your pals to help you build. But yeah, now we've activated our base. Now all we need to do is get a bed for a pal. For our base pal. Okay. And then we can deploy our first pal. The first we need to do go back and deconstruct that previous bench, if it hasn't already self-destructed. Which, by the way, yes, items do basically fall apart if they're outside your bench. Hi! Hi, buddy. Alright. Thankfully, this hasn't fallen apart yet, so now we can go into deconstruction mode and take it apart. Because now we can then make it in our base. Now, the base I did set up is going to be just a temporary one. I do intend to move it, so let's see what we can do for now, at the very least. But yeah, now that you have a base, you can fast travel to it. And yeah. But yeah, seeing as how we have our first base, I think we can safely say we can call it quits from here. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.